Grand Rising, fam. What's good? What's good? Aye, 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 aye. You know, it take a minute. We just taking a break, moving around, making sure we facilitate them bills on weight so we don't be late. On top of it, we keep them in our plate. You know how we do. So shout out to so many of y'all. Nah, beloved, hey, thank you so much. You know, we clear up things and we work through the madness. You know, we put things together and things like that, and then in the clarity of what you go through and things like that, the heightened awareness comes so much more heightening, and it just comes clean, you know. And then when they show up, you already know, you know what I'm talking about, coming in with it. I thank you for the ether and the sound and stuff, but to know that, you know, you and an elder and so many others and stuff like that play the game, and now you want to be a part, but you laughed and giggled, chit chat and stuff like that. We see it, baby. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we take it in stride because you still got the eyes on you, right? So the proper eyes on you. And I so hope that you follow eyes on you. I'm not a mismanageable person with money. I pay my bills. I'm not a person to go out and, you know, mismanage it and say, I'll do this later. I would rather get the stuff straight. So we understood, you know, played with the people. So them people gonna take it. They're gonna have to take it in stride. They sit up there and laugh, but that's okay because they didn't believe. But they will become believers, like you said. Most High gonna make them believers already because they see, like, yeah, you know, car payment paid. We paid last month and this month. Mortgage paid last month and this month. Nothing changes. We take care of our, you know, our bills, but we understand why the effort is in so hard, because to make somebody look silly, and you know that, you know, one is already catapulted way past somebody, all these folks. Now what is how would I say, misleading energy, false energy, and disappointing in so many ways. I know where this tree comes from. I know where this branch comes from, the tree that it comes from. And I know that tree has seen enough to say, yeah, that's leave that alone. It said I'll take care of mine. But it's showing incapable, you know, incapable. This individual think they God and run this city and all that kind of other stuff and do things, and, you know, with my folks and stuff. And it's sad because, you know, these are young folks in my family. I know for a fact that when I was around before this nastiness came around and infected and put the disease in, listen to Unc Sean. Didn't know much, but, you know, yeah, had that ear. But so now, you know, we just keep on working, and, you know, it is what it is. Just like that one car place burnt down. Same thing for all these other things. We ain't, you know, say we get it. You know, hey, old lady coming around when we walk in Duke and she'll inconspicuously come up and we looking at the plates and it says Elder Mitsubishi. Oh my God, is that where you got the car? And then the advertisement come on every so often, because you gonna lose your car. You gonna run to me and need not a damn thing from you, is what you're gonna see. So, part of the Simpleton Zesty crew, how your skin doing? And we ain't talking about shade. So we keep making these hyper flight moves with the hyper drove, which, you know what I'm saying? They can't compete, can't do nothing with me, man. So therefore, we keep moving on, and we'll be cutting the pie, cutting the slicing apple, blueberry, you know what I'm talking about. It get deep, real deep, real deep. Y'all know me. But like I keep saying, beloved, all I say is that, you know, I'm sorry that you had, if you entertained that at one point of time or whatever, on whatever level, I apologize to you. I apologize to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Especially those that, you know, no, walk away, man, I need to walk away from this. This is garbage. It's garbage. Pretender, you know, things like that. So I can just say kudos to y'all, you know what I'm saying? And, we're in beautiful light. We're in beautiful light. It's easier to let go. That's the beauty in that too. So easy to let go. You see it, boom, you ain't mad about it because it's really 3 years ago kind of stuff that's just got to manifest and stay up here. But now that, they see it, they see the spotlight. Can I grab some of your light? No, you was just here for a season. That was your reason. Some of them just here for a season. That was your reason. You was just here for a season. That was your reason. You ain't got that many seasons left. Well, might just be this one. So hang on, beloved, Hang on, we'll cut you off and all that stuff. You'll get an umbilical cord to another source and things like that. And therefore, this shouldn't stop you. Many have been into the loop of understanding the education process, the example. So if anything, you've learned that if it gets cut loose, I've absorbed enough of you to know how I'm grown. I'm grown. I know how to read. I know how to comprehend. I might be having jealousy and envy and all that stuff, but that's something I learned. Learning curve to come and keep in. Learning curve. Therefore, though, when you in your midst of your insensitive side and you ain't coming to the channel because I didn't cut you live and you can't get on there and climb, then that's when the meditation and prayer. He said, what did he say? What was in the lesson that we supposed to get out of following him, other than the blockage and being an enemy to the state against him? Flip him, flip him, flip him. The message was empower me to think for myself and not allow anybody with some excuses, excuse with money to power and generate me to do other things. That's the lecture for tonight. May everybody, not a lecture, prescription. I would never lecture nobody. That's like talking down. Or in case you're part of the lecture, lecturatory. I philosophize. Thank you so much for the vibe today. Beautiful music we made. I'm gonna go back home and make some more, man. I got one more song. Cause somebody just don't be talking out the neck to me. They talk out the frontal lobe, subconscious node. They be going deep with the understanding. You don't have to do that though, cause I don't believe a damn thing they say about you yet. For real though. I'm talking to you, Yeezy. Beliciano, you know what I'm talking about? Cold. It's a cold, cold world. Like when you fly by the window. Still the most exciting thing that come by the window. In, out, by the window. You know what I'm talking about? It's just, I got an itch about them browns, yo. Real talk. Part of it, clean with it, prayer line with it. What's the walk? Yeah. So enough cold, cause I gotta go get something to eat, y'all. All right. Salute to so many of y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. We keep doing what we doing. Keep moving the vibe. The vibe gonna get better and better, greater and greater. The proper people will be moved out the way, excluded, and then we can have an inclusion of the godly realm, true godly realm, support each other, true godly realm. They understand. If I was in the mix, they say I got it wrong. Say I got it wrong. Say I got it wrong about you. Say I got it wrong. And I got it wrong so bad that I said some things, you know what I'm saying? Then the indication to come to you that I was somebody that said something about you, showed it, got it. I would be in my feelings to the point with understanding why you don't want to talk to me, why you don't want me, why you don't want to join, why, I did it for, no, understand. It came from a hateful place. And I can't deal with people that come from a hateful place because, see, you got your platform and stuff and you're mad because I don't stick them up or I don't join them and others say, but you don't understand where I was at. You know what I'm saying? Nobody came around and said, can I lift you up? No, it was about, retention this and you do this and you do that and you be this and who is that? Who that? So now that we know who that? Hey, excuse me, who that? No, I'm for real, who that? No, deer in the headlights. Now that we know who that is, that's somebody's son. Ooh, I'm saying something. Ooh, That's somebody's daddy. Ooh, I'm saying something. That's somebody's ex-husband that's trying to get them papers, and people trying to, no, don't let him go. Here, hold on. No, wait. And that's why people relationships going haywire. And I be praying for it. Let them drop dead on that marriage. Because when I jump that broom, I just want that to be known too. If in the future, what I'll be doing, it'll be a spiritual marriage. So I'm looking like, back in the day, old school, you little cut right there, and then boom, we draw blood together, match our blood up together and stuff. We won, baby. We won. Fused up together. But first we got, we in that 90-day trial. Make sure ain't got nobody got no bugs. Check our bugs and all that stuff. 90-day Harvey trial. Do a man, woman, love a man, woman. And then, a little fitty cat tattoo and stuff like that. Boom. Hey, we married, babe. Like that. And then jump the broom. Can you jump the broom? Can you jump the broom? And then the broom gonna be like chair level. So y'all gotta jump that. Cause I'm like, oh dog, jump that broom. You can't jump that broom. You don't need to be with nobody, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Can't bend your knees, joints all bad, but I just need to get to sleep. So if she can't jump that broom, you know what I'm saying? So need somebody a little athletic. I don't care how big, how small, tall. No, I can't have it. No tall. No taller than me. I don't want nobody reaching out at me. Damn, you got longer reach than I do. You like, what's her name? Carissa Shields. What's around and slap the heck out of him? No. Can't outreach me. Then you can catch me. It can't be, man, she can be faster than me. Because I'm quick. I ain't fast, I'm quick. I move like a snake. But don't say that, though, like that. Sideways, side to side. You know what I'm saying? Like when a snake run out, when a snake come in, you move side to side, all right? Because the snake's shooting straight, because it's already moving side to side. But when it attack, it shoot. I'm saying something, so you make sure you moving side to side. It happened to me one time. What else you got to say? Such a beautiful day. Transmute. To keep you off your toes. So that you see that the difference between whatever is copying or imitating it can. Too poetic in my justice of what I do. The scales, it weighs for me, you know what I'm talking about? In my space. We understand, we felt the touches and stuff like that in so many ways. And then we seen the new scenery of doctors and so much other come up on the scene and stuff. So we knew the how power, energy was coming around, because there's some problems out there in Vegas and over there in London and stuff. We speak on it, the Vatican and stuff like that. And so I don't know what else to say other than, it's our time for things to get in place and be normal lives in so many ways. So many people got to get out the divine energy way. That's it. That's all it is. And then the next thing, the most I put on the heart, I was gonna hit it. I knew I was gonna leave a lot of stuff alone, but we got our Israelites, and folks starting to understand their heritage, and they're part in this world that goes back to a history of defining where they from, and we talk about Jerusalem and the multitude of changeovers, and everybody understand Nebuchadnezzar and all that kind of stuff. But one thing we don't talk about is the descendants of these understandings are coming to the intelligence that we know that the original Israelites, they sit upon us in the nation of America. They sit upon the original all around the world. I was amazed when I started looking at a little bit stuff that I didn't look at before, in the different nationalities or ethnicities that are Jewish descendants. I'm like, but the propaganda was always being, since I was growing up, vanilla and the black suits, only ones. I even remember it back in the day. It was like 80s or something like that. Can we be Jews? It's like, nah, you're not the, you know. I went like that. Cause I understood. I told you, my Bell, my stepdad was from Africa. So you think I don't know? Think about that. You know. So I was taught this stuff. In fact, he was intermixed because he overlapped what I already knew from the Oakland understanding. Oak Train on the Panther side. The original tribes are out of Africa, original Jews. And then you go back and I did the history when I was 21 and got the 300 books and stuff like that. I mean, the 300 men that to rule the world, got that book, and it was in there. Then the confirmation came when I seen that video come up. I think it was, it's not too far, about 15, 20 years ago, 15 years ago. And then more of the videos start coming out, matching and reviewing. That's what I say, just do your history and stuff like that. I say all that because that's what's going on with these wars and all that kind of stuff. Because the protection it all wants to minuscule and chaos brings about fogginess and confusion, so you don't get no clarity. That's why a lot of people jumping out and stuff like that. So, why lead you that way? Because a lot of people want you to be Muslim, want you to think that about press, rather than many people out there know they are descendants of Israelites and stuff like that. So you got to compound a mixture of all kinds of things, but there's enough room to have a choice of what you are, who you are. It's about be no do. What I am, what I try to preach and be an example. And I think why people come at me so hard is because I'm not willing to say, oh, I'm gonna go back there and be this guy or that guy because I once ruled this and that. Nah, I'm gonna establish here what I did from the past off that power, knowing that you're powerful, whatever, but now you're in this body. What can you create and understand? And people know that, and that's why they try to block, because once you get on that approach and in your structure, there's nothing to stop you. There's nothing to stop you because so many want to put you in that mode. So right now my opportunities, yeah, I got it, but we're gonna take it slow, continue to keep it slow. Because there's so many people I want to work with, and they really don't think I do, but yeah, I do. It's just in the planning phase, not wasting my time and ensuring my time is considered more valuable than what people want to make their time be on me. It's gonna be about me, man. Starting it, planning it, doing it, ownership of it, and there could be a little partnership in there and stuff like that, but they're gonna be like, tell me what to do, how to do it. No. Instrumental in this, because I know who I'm linking with up. We know what to do. We got it. And it's simple. Yeah, I need people to understand it. It's simple. It's simple. Just getting there. That's all. Waiting for the energy to just push. But like many know, little defining things, people got to get out the way. That's it. Because I'm looking right at them, the people that blocked me before when I was over there in legal zone. So I'm looking at all these people, and it's like, yeah, you still in the way. And I'm glad I didn't do nothing so thus far, because I was itching, but people can keep showing me, we can touch you, we can do this, and we can do that. And I'm like, yeah, you can. But what you gonna do when it's being done to you? I tell people, it's karma, boy. Karma, she don't play. Especially when she's my lovely way. Love y'all out there. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay up. Y'all stay up. May the power of the Spirit one keep continuing to rise. Ground rise. I come with a fresh attitude. I come around with a fresh attitude. How do we want to rise? I want to come in grand fashion. We're going to come in grand fashion. I told y'all already it's going to look good. Y'all keep looking beautiful out there. Keep working on yourself. Inner and out. We got this. Mind, body, and soul. Whoa. Love. 3 up, 3 down. So balancing them. Let me, Sean, you got your funny on? You got your funny stuff on? It ain't funny no more. It ain't funny when they want to talk about it. Hey, beloved. Ain't no joke when they got to talk about it, that's what you got to talk about. That's all you can talk about, bro. You ain't talking about the content. You ain't talking about, you ain't talking about, dang, man, music, right, bro? You ain't talking about none of that. You ain't talking about the attraction that is getting slack. No, because I can't jump on there, bro. I was the blocker. Remember back in the day, 3 years ago? Matter of fact, I lost. She gone. Walk away. She walked away. Bubble-eyed walked away. Hey, today, Ducker Tucker. Love you out there. Mother from another.